Hi there, this is Pat Walley. I'm president of Dignity Credit Solutions. I'm a best-selling author. We're a #1 on Amazon bestseller. I'm a podcaster. Also, I own and am president of Dignity Credit Solutions, a credit education and training company where we help raise your scores to open doors. Today, I'm going to be discussing a few tips and tricks on questions that I get asked by my clients. And one of the main ones that I get asked is, what does this do to affect my score? So if I'm late on a payment, how does that affect my score? So I'm going to use some tools that are available on the public websites using my personal data so you can see how that looks for me. This is my stuff, my story, my numbers. It's not necessarily a representation of how it will affect you because everybody's got their own unique credit profile. And Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, and FICO are all for-profit registered trademark companies. I don't represent them. I'm not making any representations or trying to sell anything or have any legal or binding agreement with them. I'm just sharing what's available on public websites, and you will be able to see the impact of things like late payments, bankruptcies, maxing out your credit cards on a simulator of what it would impact my credit score, so you can get an idea of what it would look like on your credit score. If you stick around to the end, I'm going to share with you a way that you can get all 3 of your credit scores for just $1. And we're going to share with that. And I got a special arrangement with Jeff from Identity IQ. It's a really great deal. And I will also share a story for you business owners that may be watching. I'm going to share a story about a recent client that I spoke with who used their social security number and they used their house as collateral. And now they're in jeopardy of losing everything, including the businesses, because they had their social security number tied to their business credit. Don't do it. Don't do it. And he straight up told me, he said, if I'd have known what you do, I would have done that. So a little bit about me. Folks, I was going from payday loan to payday loan to payday loan. I think I had 5 of them running at one time. And I was taking the checks. I got a bank account finally, a checking account. That was the first time. I was going to Ace check cashing and the liquor store that could cash the check. It was crazy. I was in a really bad way. So I was going from payday loan, I'd re-up, take the money, go to the next payday loan, pay that off plus interest, re-up, go to the next payday loan, re-up. And this was a vicious cycle. I think I did that for 2.5, 3 years. And one time I forgot. I didn't make it on time. Oh man, it was bad news. Checks started bouncing. I was getting overdraft charges. It was not a pretty scene. And if you're watching this and you are in or have been there, I understand your pain. One day I got denied one last time. And I said, that was it. As I was walking out of the bank, I said, that's it. I made a decision to stop the madness. So if you're watching this and you're in that cycle, or you're buried in credit card debt, or you just don't know any way out, there's a way out, okay? And it's possible. I'm living proof. I was way below 600. I was looking up at a 500 FICO going, one day I'll get there. And you know what, folks? I'm here. It took me a couple of years, but I made it. So I want to share with you right now a couple of really cool tools. Maybe this will help make some sense, and then stick around to the end and I'm going to give you that offer and we'll share some final closing comments. So I went to Experian and got started as the free account. There's a free account you can get, and I signed up for a 7-day trial to be able to get some of these tools. And if I pay all my bills on time, my FICO score, this is a FICO 8, my FICO score should stay between 740 and 740. If I pay all my bills on time, so minimum payments, pay them on time, my score will go to about 745. Not much. But what happens if I forget to pay a bill? Happens, right? We all run into these situations where we forget to pay a bill or we're late. If I forget to pay a bill, look at the huge drop in my credit score. Again, this may or may not represent your credit score, but this is what would happen to me. And I've got excellent credit. My payments are all on time for quite a while. It's a huge difference. If you already have some low credit, it's not going to be as dramatic, but it will drop your score. What if I miss a payment by 90 days? Oh man, look at that drop. 150 points on my score, because payment history is 35% of your FICO score. So if you were like me and you were just tossing the bills in the trash, you know what? I know I'm late. You know I'm late. Why are you wasting the postage and the postman's time to send me these bills that I know I don't have money to pay? I would highly recommend you get in touch with us. We can help you get that under control Stop being late. Start the recovery period so that a couple years down the road, you can look like this instead of like this, or worse yet, maybe you look like this. I was here, folks. I was lower than this. I was like in the 500s, 460s, and now I'm here. And this is actually low. This is as low as it's been for a while because I've used it. Okay, what if I max out my credit cards? I meet a lot of entrepreneurs that have run their business and they've maxed out their credit cards from training, investing in their business. Now, my credit would drop about 40 points, but I want to point out something. This takes me from very good to good. This takes me from getting approved for pretty much anything that I apply for to maybe not getting approved or having to put some money into it of my own or getting very high interest rates. That's the difference. If you are in the 590s or you're in the 570s, you're going to be looking at probably being declined. And if you do happen to find somebody that will extend you credit, it's going to cost dearly. And my goal is to get you up into this range where you can literally get 0% interest financing. Imagine having your 21% financing into 0% financing. Let that sink in for a moment. Imagine all the interest that you're paying gone. What if you took those interest payments and paid them toward the principal of your debt? How much faster could you get out of debt? I used to teach class every Thursday to dozens and dozens of people every week. And I showed how you could use 0% to get out of debt. What would getting out of debt feel like? It feels really good, folks. I got to tell you. Now, how do you get a hold of us? You can go to dignitycreditsolutions.com, dignitycreditsolutions.com. We've got business credit that we work with. Well, here's the $1 offer to get your 3-bureau credit report. So how do you get started? You've got to make a decision, like I had to make a decision to get started. Start the fix. Start getting this thing under control. The best way to do it is to find out what you're dealing with. Just like if you go to a doctor, they ask you, what are your symptoms? For credit, to be able to raise your credit profile, we've got to know what you're dealing with. So for $1 only, and Jeff with Identity IQ has worked out a deal with my clients and me. For $1 for 7 days, you can get a 3-bureau report. We can take a look at it. It's free for us to take a look at it. It doesn't hurt your credit report, doesn't hurt your score at all. We take a look at it in our software. We consult with you and find out what is and what isn't accurate. We help get the inaccurate items off and help start getting you on your way to better credit. How do you find us? If you don't remember, dignitycreditsolutions.com. You can Google Pat Walley. Let's just check this out. PatWalley. And I pretty much show up everywhere. My buddy John Robert Quinn said, if you're not everywhere, you're nowhere. So I've been able to get my profile up on Google. Here's my Money 1055, the radio show. So you can listen to us online on the radio show. Credit Matters with Pat Walley. You can go to my YouTube channel. I encourage you to go to the YouTube channel and check us out. Subscribe, get notifications. We are posting more on YouTube now. And you can also go to Amazon and search for Pat Walley. Let's check it out. PatWalley. And my book, Credit Matters, shows up. You can get a copy of that. Go to Google me. I'm there. This is all me, okay? I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that we know what we're doing here, okay? We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Our Instagram posts, we're starting to get a following on Instagram. It's growing pretty quick. All right. There's links on Instagram. Basically, just click everywhere. If you're a veteran, I'll show you how to get 100% financing on your home like I was able to do with my son, Jared. Helped him to build his credit so that he could get qualified for a military VA loan and pay for his house with zero money down. I think total out-of-pocket cost for him was like $860. All right. There's a way to register that. Here's some success stories. What does that mean, folks? Hey, we know what we're doing. We're qualified. I've been through a lot of training. I used to be in the Navy. I was a nuclear power engineer. I've been all over this country. I've trained hundreds of business, thousands of clients, and we are very much interested in helping you on your way to better credit. I promised you the $1 offer. It's on the website. Go ahead and take advantage of that now. I want to share with you a quick story. I'm not going to share too many details because it might be a little personal. I was on the phone with a client the other day, and they shared with me that they're 80 years old. They worked all their life. They had a Roth IRA. They are on Social Security, he and his wife. They had a $2 million home that they had about $1.3 million in equity. 2 businesses, 2 restaurants, one of them right by the Staples Center, high cash flow, great business. They were in a partnership with a family member. Turns out that partnership, the partner did not pay taxes. If you're watching this, you've ever been in IRS trouble? I was there. They're not friendly. You can go to the bank one day and all your money's gone. Whoa, what happened? In this instance, originally they had co-signed, or he and his wife co-signed with the partners. They used their house as collateral, and they put their Social Security number as a guarantee, because if you go to a bank to get a loan, and you do an SBA loan, you're always going to have to put your Social Security number and have your personal credit against that, and you'll have to have collateral. So they did that. Now they paid off the loans, but when the businesses got in trouble, that Social Security number was still tied to it. And guess what? That's right. The IRS went in, drained his Roth IRA. So a retirement account that he'd been investing in for years, gone. You can't undo that. You can't put that back. It's gone. Their Social Security checks, they're garnishing their Social Security. He and his wife are both getting their Social Security checks garnished. They're left with like $650 a month. The house, the $2 million home that they could have very simply just got an equity loan and paid the IRS. The IRS bill was well over $500,000, by the way. They could have easily taken a home equity loan, paid that bill off. But guess what? The IRS put a lien on the home. They can't touch it now. And the businesses, they're having to sell them. They have to sell them both. They're worth about $3 million. Why are they having to sell them both? Because the sale of one business won't cover the legal bills that they're facing now and the tax bill. So now they have to worry about trying to sell the second high cash flow business. It's a sad, sad story. It breaks my heart. I told him what we do with businesses and how we move your business credit profile to your EIN and get it off of your Social Security number or SSN. He said to me, Pat, I wish I knew about that then. So take his advice. Don't do what he did. Call us, contact us, get on the website, dignitycreditsolutions.com, schedule a free consultation. We'll take a look at your credit for free. We'll check it out, and we'll show you how you can improve it, just like I helped a lady remove 9 items off of her credit report. They weren't hers. We helped her to dispute them the proper way, and we got 9 items removed in 1 month. 1 month, 9 items. Pretty exciting. If that's you, if that excites you and you're looking for better credit, or you want to get your business set up the right way, go ahead and give us a call, 877-777-0097, or visit us on dignitycreditsolutions.com. This is Pat Walley signing off. You have a blessed day.